Hi, welcome back to Marissa Explains It All, and I'm going to continue my fall palette unveiling here on my channel and show you guys the new Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. And it comes in a cardboard box like that, and inside the box is this bag here, so the Urban Decay logo on it down there. And it is like a rainbow iridescent silver. So the actual palette looks like this, really beautiful. It's meant to look like an oil slick. It's beautiful. I love it. I think it's so pretty. And they've really stepped up their game as far as their packaging goes. So back to 2 years ago, the Vice 2 palette was really pretty. It's not like an ugly palette or anything. It's just that, it's just a normal flat plastic palette with this Diamond UD logo on it. And then last year, the Vice 3 was this silver with kind of this rainbow stripe on it. This packaging on the Vice 4 is 3D, so it has, this is like a plastic like web that is 3D. That's pretty cool. So I'll open it up and show you guys the shades, and I am wearing it on my eyes today, just some of the purples. And I'm wearing the Urban Decay matte lipstick in After Dark, if anyone wants to know. But, so it has a nice big mirror, just like all of the other palettes. And it comes with a brush, the two-sided brush, so like a fluffy end on this one, and then a flat shader on this end. Here are the shadows, what they look like. And to be honest, when I first saw this palette, I follow a lot of the brands on social media, and so when I first saw this palette, I was like, whatever, I don't know. There wasn't anything really special or unique or different that I thought. But then I started watching some of the YouTubers that get the PR packages, and they got the palettes early, and they were doing swatches, and then of course I was like, yeah, okay. I totally didn't plan on getting it, but because I saw the swatches, then I decided that I needed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them for you. The first one up here is called Bones. This is Framed, Discreet, and Bitter. So there are the shades. So this one is Bitter, Discreet, Framed, Bones. I'll go ahead and swatch them on the back of my arm here. So Bones, Framed, Discreet, and Bitter. And so you can see 3 out of the 4 are matte. This is the only shimmer shade. This is Bones. Hopefully I don't become a hot sweaty mess during this video, because I am sweating like a whore in church. Like, it is really hot up in here. So the next row, this is Grip, Fastball, Grasshopper, Flame. Okay, so there is Grip, Fastball, Grasshopper, and Flame. I mean, look at that green shade. Look how metallic that is. And then Fastball is a duochrome. It's like pink with an orange shift. Then this Flame color is a like pretty chunky, glittery orange shade. So let me go ahead and swatch them for you. Let me just, so you can get a better one of Fastball. There's Flame, Grasshopper, Fastball, and Grip. Moving on to the third row. The top shade is called Deadbeat, 1985, C-Note, and Low. Okay, so there's Deadbeat, 1985, C-Note, and Low. And C-Note is oh man, it's so pretty. Nice green shade there. There's Low, C-Note, 1985, and Deadbeat. Wow, look at that Deadbeat shade. That's pretty pigmented there. So it's like a black with silver glitter, kind of a gray black with silver glitter, and then a bright pink, metallic pink, which is totally a 1985 color, right? It reminds me of something people would rock in the 80s. And C-Note is a nice, like a seafoam green. The next row, this one here, the top shade is Beat Down, Underhand, Arctic, and Crowbar. Okay, so there's Beat Down, Underhand, Arctic, and Crowbar. I'm gonna swatch Crowbar. Crowbar was a reason that I was sold on this palette. As you can see, it's like an olive green with a black base and like, I don't know, maybe gold shimmers in it. And then this shade is really pretty. I have this on right now. Underhand and Beat Down I'm wearing today. So starting at the top here, this one is called Pandemonium, Harlot, Robbery, and Delete. There's Pandemonium, Harlot, Robbery, and Delete. Nice like silvery purples. So, Pandemonium, Harlot, Robbery, Delete. And I'm wearing these two as well in my look today. But do you see that Robbery shade? How it has like it's like a taupe with a green shift to it. It's those kind of shades that really draw me to this palette because like I said, when I originally saw the palette, I was like, meh, it doesn't have anything unique, but then I saw swatches of shades like Robbery and Crowbar and C Note, and I was like, oh, I don't have anything like that, I need it. Now, as far as performance goes, if you are a fan of Urban Decay eyeshadows, or you have Urban Decay eyeshadows, or you have any of the other Vice palettes, you're going to like the formula. It's exactly the same as the other palettes, as you would expect. There is fallout. In fact, in my look today, I did my eyes and then my face makeup because I knew there was going to be fallout, and as expected, you know, I had to wipe away the like purple pieces of makeup under my eye before I did my face makeup. So that's something that Urban Decay is kind of known for. So if you're familiar with their formula, that won't be a shock to you. But if you have never purchased any of their eyeshadows, then be warned of that. There are 4 straight up mattes that I could tell. So these 3 and then that one. This one here, which is Grip, has silver glitters in it, but I would imagine that maybe they fall out once you apply it. But then there are really iridescent shades like this green one. The green ones are all actually pretty damn iridescent, and the purples and this pink one and this orange kind of shade, which is like a pink with a duochrome to it. So, you know, there are some matte shades. I actually used this one as a blending shade and it worked great for me. This one is called Framed. This could be a highlight shade for someone with darker skin. Someone with really fair skin like me probably will have to pull in another highlight shade, which is what I had to do. But that Framed shade works perfectly as a blending shade. All of them blended nicely and I felt like it looks really good. I'm happy with the way it turned out. They performed the way I expected to, and I actually applied this shade Harlot here, which is this shimmery purple shade. I applied some Fix Plus to my brush and applied it wet on my lid to give it a little bit more shininess and metallic quality to it. So you can use them wet as well. So I will show you in comparison to the Vice 3 palette that came out last year, just so you can see if you do own the Vice 3 and you want to decide whether or not you want to get the Vice 4. Here they are side by side. So there's greens and burgundies and browns in this palette. There isn't any blues in the new Vice palette, so there are some blues here in the Vice 3, but there they are next to each other if you want to decide whether or not you need both of them. So there are my swatches of the Vice 4. I don't know that I did much of a review because I feel like Urban Decay standard pretty much across the board, at least in my opinion. I want to say that they're my favorite makeup company, so I expect their shadows to be good quality, and I like the way they perform. I'm happy despite the fallout, and I know that a lot of people who maybe have more conservative tastes or don't like as much glitter in their makeup are not fans, but if you're a fan of Urban Decay or you already have some Urban Decay, you're going to be happy with this palette. There are my swatches and my somewhat review on the Vice 4 palette. So I hope you like my videos, and if you do, go ahead and like and subscribe, and you'll see more from me later. Okay, thanks. Bye.